Welcome to the channel. This is Geauxgreddy and welcome to race number 6 of the 2020 FIA Nations. And I know nothing can pull you away from the soft glow of electric sex on the racetrack. So stick around and check it out. And before we get to the action, if you would be so kind as to hit the like and or subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it. As the intro alluded, we are indeed in a very hot electric car. That's right, we are in the Audi E-Tron VGT Quattro all-electric racing machine. And I am on my qualifying lap, and I desperately need to beat a 130.336 as I'm sitting in P14. And this is a very good lobby. So I definitely need to move my way upwards as I head towards the finish line here. I will cross the 129.983, 0.4 improvement. Certainly that will garner me a better spot on the grid. Can't wait to see what that is. Well, you're just gonna have to wait till after this intro. So we'll talk tire strategy. It is a 1-stop or a 2-stop. Hards are required. No fuel necessary as it is an electric car. So here we go. We cut the intro short because, well, we got 2 races to cover here. A little foreshadow there. I am in 13th. So 0.4 equaled a whopping 1 position. So I moved from 14th to 13th. As we get ready for the launch, I stand on the brake pedal. I put the traction control at 1, put the brakes at 5 to the rear. And as you can see, P10 and P12 don't realize the massive torque of the electric engine, and they try to use the e-brake to hold themselves back from starting. It does not work. So ease into corner 1 here, trying not to murder anyone and trying not to be murdered at the same time. Very good job by the lobby getting through corner 1. Bravo to the entire pack, as I did not see any death and mayhem in turn 1 at Fuji, which is in itself a minor miracle. But someone tapped the booty of Netflix password up front, and he gets a 2-second penalty for that. So looking to make up at least a spot here, maybe make it up to P number 10 as I sit behind SK1719. Behind me, I've got BM Drifter coming towards the chicane. Brake where I'm supposed to, but BM Drifter just brakes really early right there. I mean, really, I went back and watched the replay. He definitely broke early. I did everything I could to avoid hitting him from behind. Heck, I hit him from behind, and he still made the corner without any problems. So I don't blame him. I guess I should have been a little more cautious heading in there, but it was just a bad situation. Just sucked. And of course, I didn't want to ruin Drifter's race there, but I certainly did a good job ruining my own. So I fall back to P18. Now the guys behind me, 19th and 20th, we got Closer 1138 and VLX Demo, and they're both pretty quick. So we heading here towards the midway point of lap number 2, and Netflix password goes around the outside and Closer's on the inside, and they're both, I'm trying to leave room for both of them, and I'm in the middle. And so it's a Greddy sandwich right here as I'm being pinballed around. Netflix password backs out of it, and I get on the brakes there. Closer comes in hot there. He is really pushing hard to move into P17 here at lap 2. We're in last, so I guess there's nothing else to do but try and work your way up front. Me, I'm kind of consigned to not get any penalties or SR downs and just try to make it to the end of the race here. That's my goal. Closer's trying to get it. I don't know where he's trying to go. There's nowhere up there for you. But he's trying hard. So good job there. He made a nice inside pass right there. Fast forward, lap number 3. Heading towards this tight left-hander there. And I see a chance to make a move. And I pick up 2 spots. And, of course, K-Funk was not expecting me there on the inside. He turns into me and gets a 2-second penalty for my move there. So, apologies, K-Funk. BM Drifter serves a penalty. I get a pass there. I'm going to get another pass here at the end of the straight as Freary D503 goes wide there. So I pick up another position. So I moved into P13 now. and gonna get another Greddy pass here. So moving forward onto lap 4, and McLaren Fiji goes wide in turn 1. So I pick up another Greddy pass. I'm like, look at this. I'm sitting in P12. I haven't really done anything. Lap 6, I'm looking good here behind Pick a Pack of Coconut and Rip Bueller, using a little bit of the e-brake, and Closer comes in hot and gives me a 1 second penalty. You're killing me, Closer. You're killing me. All you got to do is follow. We're in P12. We were in 18 earlier. Anyway. So these two, Rip Bueller and Pick a Pack of Coconut, were kind of going at it pretty hard there. I was kind of hoping to pick up position, but no such luck. Going to the pits at the end of lap 7, I'm doing the one-stop strategy. So 7 on the mediums, and I'm going to go with 9 on the hards. I seem to do better on the one-stop than I do the two-stop, so that was the goal there. So I come out behind BM Drifter and Greasy Sam Squatch, and fast forward here a little bit further up the lap. And BM Drifter is struggling on his tire, so I'm going to try and squeeze it down the inside. He gives me room. Much appreciated, sir. I get on the brakes there. He's still got the inside, so I'm trying to cut back here. Not quite able to make it work, but it's a close side-by-side race as we head down towards the chicane. Again, in this race, a quirky little thing, you could use the e-brake. You see I'm tapping the e-brake there. I wasn't quite good enough for a full-on e-brake stop where you lay down like 20 feet of skid marks. Wasn't quite good enough for that, but I could tap on a little bit here and there to get a little extra braking. So lap number 9, and I've got Netflix behind me. Now I'm going to let him by here because he's caught me up from quite a ways back, and I see no point in battling him and just slowing myself down and falling further back than I am already. So puts myself in P15, but then I go wide there and get on the Astro. I follow him wide and just make a mistake. So later on, Fury D makes a pass on me, and then I've got Closer behind me again, who has been battling really hard to get out of that 18th spot. So he taps me from the rear, and I'm not even worried about trying to hold him back there. Now I see in my rearview mirror, I see K-Funk there, and I had actually seen him earlier. So I let off. I let him by. I owe him 2 seconds anyway for my inside pass from earlier. So I figure, hey, if I'm gonna eat some DR for K Funk, I will do it. So at the end, I can't even spin the car through the finish line. That's how bad this race was. I finished in last, minus the couple of people that dropped out. Actually, one person that dropped out, P19. So move on to race number 2 here in this super hot electric car that I keep wanting to shift gears. I can't tell you how many times I grabbed the paddles in this race, thinking I could downshift and make the corner. No such luck. So at a 130.437 right now, trying to improve that time, and I do improve it. Although apparently I transitioned the clip before you could see what it was, but it was basically almost a dead 130. It was like a 130.1 or so. And so 2/10 slower than my last qualifying, but still not terrible. That was good for P11 in, again, this top split lobby, because we've got some really fast drivers up front, like Turismo Lester, Girthquake's up there. We had Mr. MCA in the last lobby, so not a lot of people making these races. So again, we go to traction control 1, hold on the big brake pedal. I drop it back to brake balance 4 to the rear this time, and the gentleman in front of me tries the e-brake trick, doesn't work out, and I almost kill him from behind. I couldn't believe that the acceleration of the electric car is just mighty. Now, I drive a hybrid. I autocross a hybrid, so I am somewhat familiar with the awesome torquiness of the electric motor. But this just took it to a whole new level of weirdness for me. This whole race was just bizarre. I mean, everything about it is just the engine noise. The brakes were just awful in this car. You had to brake it was like, I don't know, 2 miles before the turn. So you're just kind of waiting forever before you got there. So just to give a little shout out to this lobby, another great job getting through corner 1 for all these guys. Very cleanly done. That's always makes the race so much more fun when half the field doesn't get murdered in corner 1. So I get on the brakes on time here, go down the inside of curb sticky, make it stick, look up ahead, and VLX Dino cuts that corner right there, so he is going to get a penalty. So the penalty drops on him. He has 1 second. He's going to have to serve it up here, which means Greddy pass. That's right. Another free position for the Greddy. So sitting in P9 will soon be P8. Now, VLX Dino, pretty quick around here. So much like last time, I'm sure he'll be right back on my bumper before I know it, putting pressure on me. So he does serve his penalty. We go on through. Now, I was certain to go off to the right because I knew he was going to unghost right in front of me. I didn't want to hit him from behind. So looking good here as we head towards the braking zone. Now, if you look at here, we're using juice. Now we're regenerating battery power. And as I get back on it, the little arrow's going to go from green to red, which means we're using the juice again. Makes no sense. Makes no sense whatsoever. Fast forward to lap number 3. I mean, this race could have been more interesting if they let you have to regenerate battery power. So inside move there by VLX Dino. Like I said, it wasn't just a matter of time before he came back through. And I want a top 10 finish here. So I'm trying to play the long game, and I'm not trying to hold up guys that I know are going to be faster through me. I'm not going to race. I'm not going to hold up the inside line, any of that. Okay, so we go in the pits here on lap 7. Get the medium tires. Like I said, would have been a more interesting race if we could have had to regen some battery. Like, use some of the battery wisely. Now, like I said, I have a hybrid car. I know that battery gets used. I have no idea why it's just remaining full the whole time. It's just ridiculous. I think they missed an opportunity there. So, lap number 9. Some people dive into the pits. I pick up a few more spots, heading down towards turn 1. Closer coming out in front of me. Oh, so close to trying to make the cut underneath. But I still have Crib Sickly just all over my rear bumper. Ever since I made that pass at the beginning of the race, he has just been all over the backside of my car. So lap number 9, get a little SR down there. As we're getting in tight here through these corners with TBS Joshy, he is struggling on those tires, I can tell. And I got to find a way around him. And it's tricky because I want to find a way around him and not let Crib Sickly by, as we are just kind of pretty evenly matched for pace. I feel like he's got a tiny bit more than me, but I'm hoping he'll make a mistake back there and let me pull away from him. So as I'm going down the straight here, I remember he's bad on tires. So I'm like, I know he wants to get to the pits, and I didn't want to cut him off. I didn't want to back off the gas pedal either. So I was like, come on, I hope he has enough slip that he can get out there in front of me. Now, 0.206 seconds between me and Crib Sickly behind me. Now, he does not send it there. So I'm like, okay. So he's fairly content with just racing. So that was a good sign. But then on lap 15, near the end of the race, he sends it down the inside. I try the e-brake stop. He does the same and sends it down the inside. Hits the apex almost perfectly. No cutback available. So Crib Sickly with an awesome pass there on lap 15. Then halfway through lap 15, I don't know where Closer came from. I don't know where he went. I don't know if he had a penalty or something while I was in the pits, or I don't know what happened to him. But I know he was on the medium tires because he did a 2-stop strategy. So he caught up to us real quick here and went down the inside. Again, I didn't want to touch him and get a penalty or something crazy happen. Unfortunately, that is when Crib Sickly makes a mistake, gets his tires dirty. If I had not let him through, I would have been in a position to pass Crib here instead of Closer because his tires are suffering, covered in muck and OPR, other people's rubber, and I can't take advantage of it because I was doing nice things. So shame on me. It's all right. It's all good. I'm top 10. I'm happy with that. I'm pleased with that. And compared to the folks that I was racing with in their times, I felt like me and Crib here were pretty evenly matched. I think Crib had just a little bit better pace than I did, but I raced him pretty hard and very clean. It was a super clean race and a super fun race with Crib Sickly. So fast forwarding on, Joshy almost catches back up with us as he pitted well after we did. Now only 1.4 seconds back. So the choice not to battle with folks too much paid off in the end, as I did salvage 9th place for the race. Very pleased with that. Like I said, this was the top rated lobby. So a top 10 finish in the top split First time ever for the Geauxgreddy. Yeah, I know. It wasn't a fully stocked top split. But, hey, I'll take whatever I can get. So, hope you enjoyed the race. If you did, please hit the like and or subscribe. I would appreciate it. There's my man looking down at the Geauxgreddy Autocross replica in disappointment with P9. But I'm pretty happy. For myself, go Geauxgreddy. Y'all have a great evening. DJ Clean, take us out of here.